Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to install a Samsung door boot seal on your Samsung washer. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and unplug it. And then I'm going to do it in a little bit of a different order than you're used to seeing on some other videos. So what I'm going to do first is this particular washer has two screws on the bottom. So if you lift the washer up, I just use my knee to prop it up. And then you can unscrew the two screws under there, one on each side. If you have a helper, that'd be easier, but I didn't have one, so I just basically figured it out and did it myself. I go and lift it up, unscrew the one screw on this side, and then the other screw is on the other side. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off this hose. So this door here, you just push it, and you can unhook this hose. That way the hose doesn't get caught in the housing when you take the whole front off. Then you can take the back of the washer off. It's just a 10mm bolt, one on each side, or you can use a Phillips screwdriver as well, but I just find the socket wrench is a little bit easier. Unscrew those, and then all you need to do is just push the back, and it should slide off, and then you can take it off the top of the washer. Then we want to take the dispenser out, so pull it out. There's a little button there, push that, and then pull, and it'll come right out. Next, we want to disconnect the unit, the dispenser unit, so it's 3 screws. And we just got to move this out of the way so we can get the control unit off. There's 1, 2, and then 3 is here. Unscrew those. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to move the unit back a little bit so it's not touching and not connected to the control unit. Just move it out of the way. And then you can take the control unit off. So this particular one, you just have to pry. Some of them have like 2 screws, one on each side, but mine didn't. So I just pried it gently off, take it off. And then this one only has 1 wiring harness. So go ahead and unplug that as well. And then you can remove the control unit from the washer. Once we've done that, then what we want to do is take the front off. So this particular washer has 4 screws across. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's the 4th one. So unscrew those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take off the 3 screws that hold the lock mechanism in place. So there's 1, 2, and then the 3rd one is on the bottom. Unscrew those. And then we're going to take the clamp out of this groove here. So this is for the front of the door seal. So it's this particular washer at 7 o'clock was where the spring was. So take your flathead and gently pry under there. And then you can extend it enough where you can get the clamp out. So go ahead and take that, pull it a little bit, and then just remove the clamp. Next, pull up on the front of the door, and it's held on by a clip now. So once you release it from that, it'll come off. Make sure that you the hose is not in the housing still. This particular unit, you didn't have to take this whole piece out. Some of them you do with just 2 screws in there, but like I said, I don't have to for this one. Then you can just remove the seal from the front of the door, so you can actually remove the entire door. So push that back. Once you've done that, then just lift up off the support brackets, and the front of the washer should come right off. Now take this hose off. This is like the water dispenser hose. So my particular one, you don't need to use pliers, but you may need to use pliers. Take a flathead and pry the hose off of the fitting here. You kind of need to do this gently and make sure you don't tear the hose. So just pry on both sides and it should come off after a little bit of work. And we're going to need to reuse this fitting on the new door seal, so keep that in mind. Now we're going to go to the other clamp, which holds the door seal onto the drum, or the back of the washer. So just use your screwdriver, unscrew it, or you can use a socket wrench as well. You may need to use pliers as well to hold the bottom piece, but this particular one we didn't need to. So once you loosen it up, you can take it off the groove there. And then you should be able to remove the door seal from the washer. So I'm just looking to make sure I know where the New lip will go onto the groove when we replace and put the new one on. So as you see, mine went all torn up and need to be replaced. Also, make sure that you clean out the holes here. This is where the water drains to the bottom. Make sure there's no, dog hairs and anything like that. So this particular one has an arrow at the top where you want to start, and that way you can line it up correctly. So go ahead and put the lip onto that groove on the back and just work it very slowly around and make sure that that lip is all the way on the groove. Also keep in mind you can put soap on this too, but you don't really need to do that. I didn't put soap on it. So I also found that lining up the bottom is probably better than doing it from the arrow at the top. It was a little bit off center. Make sure this inside lip is under the drum, or else you're gonna have issues later. So basically, just showing you want to make sure this is lined up so the water can drain. Next, we want to replace the fitting. So you can take the old one out, put it back in the hole that it came out of in the new one, and make sure it's exactly the same as the placement of the old one on the old boot seal. So once you get that into place, then we're going to put the clamp back on the back part of the seal. So go ahead and put that into the groove that it was in. Make sure it's in the groove all the way around. So take your time on this. Make sure it's seated correctly. And then we're going to just screw it back in. So go ahead and use your Phillips and screw it, or if you want to use your socket wrench, you can do that as well. Again, for this one, I didn't need to use like pliers or something to hold the bottom because of the way the bottom piece is set up. It will automatically stay. So that's just what it looks like when it's clamped down. And again, make sure that the clamp is inside that groove and it's all the way around. And you want to give it a tug on all areas of the boot just to make sure it's seated correctly and it won't leak once you do a load. I'm going to put this hose back on and use your fingers to put the clamp back on. Again, some of them you actually need to use pliers, but my particular model I didn't need to. And then you can put the door back on. So put it back on the supporting brackets on the bottom there. Line that up. Make sure you put the locking mechanism. It's in the, about the area it should be. And then actually just line it up now. So line it up through the hole there. And then you can snap the top back onto that tab. So once that's snapped back on, then go ahead and line up the locking mechanism like exactly and screw it in with the 3 screws. And then once you've done that, then go ahead and put your tube back in the bottom here, put that back in the mount, and you can close that door. And we want to screw the 4 screws back onto the top of the front door plate here. And then go ahead and pull the front part of the seal through the door. And we basically want to put this on the groove that's on the outer part of the door here. So make sure that's seated correctly. Again, take your time on this. You could use a little bit of soap here if you wanted to, but again, I didn't really need to. You just make sure it's lined up and seated all the way around that lip. And then put this clamp back on. So make sure that spring for my particular one was at 7 o'clock. So feed it around. And then what you want to do is you want to pull towards 3 o'clock. So if you notice this first try, I tried it and I was pulling more towards 5 and it came off. So you got to pull towards 3 o'clock. That way it stays on the actual lip. Because of the angle I was pulling it, it basically pulled it off. So there you go. See how it pulled it off like that? So if you pull towards 3 o'clock, then you'll be able to seat it on the lip correctly. And then check the whole seal. So as you notice here, there was a piece that got caught. So I just used my flathead to push it through so that way it's seated properly. And then give this a little tug too, make sure everything is seated properly and it won't leak once you do a load of laundry. Then you can put the control unit back on. Make sure you plug in the wiring harness back in so you have power. And then just put it back in. Make sure all the clips are lined up. So take your time on this and do it slowly because you can break these pretty easily. So just be gentle with it. So as you notice on mine, the left side's not lined up, so I had to do it again to make sure it was all lined up properly. So be careful. Then put your dispenser unit back into place, slide it into the control unit, put your 3 screws in. So there's the 1, 2, and the 3 in the back there. There's the last one, the third one. We can put the top back on, so put it down and then you slide it forward. Once you get it in, once you slot it in correctly. So I didn't do it right this first time, so I had to try again. There you go. Put in the 2 screws in the back there, 10mm bolts, or use your Phillips. And then last one, and then the last thing to do is put in your dispenser. Just push it straight in, and it'll slide right in. So that's it. Hope that helped you do the door boot seal on a Samsung washer. If you have any questions, let me know below, and thanks for watching.